Turning on the detector. You have to place the detector in the vertical position or in the horizontal and distinctly. You have to hold it with your right hand by the transportation handle, right, as shown. Switch on the detector with the key in the on position. Check the batteries, holding the button on for 5 seconds. That will show the battery charge. You have to change the 1.2 volts batteries just when they reach 12, number 12 there in the display. To calibrate the detector, you have to turn the knob to the right until you hear the beep. Then you diminish you go back to the left until it stops beeping. After you make it silent, you can diminish 1, 2, 3, 4 till 5 lines, and it will remain sensitive enough. Then it is calibrated. You'll see him turning the detector off, but that is just for the tape we are making, right? It's just because it is not a real search, right? You keep the key on. To start searching, you have to place the compass in the right position, horizontal, and you have to point to the south, right, with your back to the north, as you are seeing in the film. That is the right position for the search, facing south. Once you found the north-south position, you start sweeping the area from right to left, left to right, 180 degrees movement as shown. The movement from right to left, left to right must take 1 second, 1 second and a half. When the detector picks a target, it will emit a beep. Just in the direction of the object, because it is a directional detector, right? So you can check that the detector is beeping in just one direction. At that moment, you start moving the detector in the vertical in the direction of the beep, right, which is the direction of the target. The detector will be beeping in the direction of the object, right? You have found the direction of the target and you start walking in the direction of the target, moving the detector as in the video. It will be beeping lower and lower and lower as you approach the target till it is beeping on your feet. If you pass the target, the detector will be silent. If that happened, you have to turn and go back until you find the beep again. When you find the object again, the detector will emit a beep. You have to make a cross. Now you are on the target, right? This is the second step. You have to find the center of the object, right? Once you have drew the first cross, you have to place the detector on the stand to start measuring the depth. You have to measure 20 centimeters from the cross to the stand, right? Now you will place the detector facing north and north-south direction, right? The detector is facing north, right, with the back to the south. Now take the center and deep accessory, stretch the antenna out. When you make that movement over the cross, the detector will emit a beep, right? You are checking, just checking the place where the target is buried. That beep is confirming the center of the object buried. You start walking towards the north, making that movement until the detector on the stand emits a beep. That distance between the two marks will be the exact depth of the buried object. Then you can measure the distance between the two marks and it's the exact depth. Remember, you have to dig where you made the first mark, right? Near the detector. Please notice that when you are searching, if the detector beeps randomly, that means that can mean that the detector is oversensitive or that it is some sort of atmospherical discharge. In that case, you have to diminish the sensitivity a bit until the detector is silent again. There is not a detection. The detection is very clear when you are moving the detector in the horizontal. It will be just in one point and you will identify the real detection. Now he's in the test field with the detector. He turns the detector on. He's checking the batteries. He has enough charge. The batteries are okay. He's calibrating the detector until it beeps and diminishing the sensitivity until it remains silent. After it remains silent, he's taking off 5 more lines, diminishing, and now he is making a test on a test field we have here at the factory in Garopaba. In this particular case, he has to work with the detector very near the ground because buried object is very small. You can observe that the object is there where the detector is beeping, and outside the area, some centimeters to the left, to the right, back and forth, the detector is not beeping. It's beeping in a small area where the golden sheet is buried, right? Outside that area, the detector is not beeping. That's the center. That object in the test has been buried for 4 years. And it is very small. That's why the ionic field is very small, and he has to pick it from very near the ground. Outside the area is not beeping, just in a small area. You can't just bury an object and try to pick it right away because it needs some time for the field to build. Right? It takes years, in fact, because if the object is very small, it will take longer to build a field, an ionic field that is needed for the detector to pick it. In the case of the golden sheet, it needs 1 or 2 years for the detector to pick it.